Here's another guy. This is a Frontline News. This guy lives in Springfield. I have no clue what he's going to say. This could be fake news. Let's just see what he's got to say.
So I live in Springfield. There's the water tower.
Doxed. Absolutely doxed. There's the water tower.
A lot of people are asking what's really going on here. And I can tell you that 3 years ago we had a very large population of stray cats. And now they are gone. You don't see any cats.
Isn't that funny? We had a large stray cat population, and then 3 years ago we got a bunch of Haitians, and now there's no more stray cats. I trust this guy. This guy looks like the kind of guy who would keep tabs on the stray cat population. Like, where'd all these cats go? Sitting on his front porch, looking around. He doesn't live in Florida. If he lived in Florida, they'd be, obviously eaten by a snake. Because Florida has its own immigration problems, and a lot of them are like invasive wildlife.
Our visitors are kind of violent.
I like that. Kind of violent. You mean they just came from an island where they had a general who wanted, I think it was called General Barbecue? They came from an island, and the guy who took over the island was called General Barbecue? No shit. They're kind of violent? Never would have guessed, my dude. What's worse, people that eat cats or people that love cats? Damn. Tough question.
See them threatening people. They've threatened my family with machetes. It's not a safe place. Most of the stuff that the people are saying to City Hall are true.
Wow.
If you put two and two together, you can figure some stuff out. But it's definitely not somewhere you want to be.
The crazy thing is, from that guy's voice, that guy's demeanor, he's a liberal. You can tell he's had it, dude. You could tell he's had it. I can see the liberal in him. There's no way that guy's a Trump guy, just from the sound of his voice and his concern for the stray cats. But he's had enough, man. I like that. I like when liberals have had enough and they're like, God, this shit sucks. Why the fuck did we let these fucking people in? They're going to keep letting more people in. And I know World War III is on the brink, folks, but don't worry. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to be great. We're gonna have a draft soon, and we're gonna draft all these trans, all these gays, all these heterosexual people, all these fucking incel loser. Sometimes I want to go too hard, dude. I gotta remember, like, maybe I want to keep this stream up. I gotta keep it up. I won't go full belligerent, but yeah, this guy's had enough.
So what has your experience been?
We had a set of Haitians that showed up in the driveway, pulled in, laying on the horn. Hi, baby. And they were demanding to rent a chicken.
They wanted to rent a chicken. So and how was that interaction? How did that go down?
When you try to explain to them that the chicken...
Yeah, welcome to America, dude. Imagine that. A couple black people, Haitians, come up there and say, hey, can I rent a chicken? For what, dude? Are you gonna bring me back a drumstick?
It wasn't for sale because apparently it was for a little girl's birthday tradition, which I wasn't buying. So it just told them it wasn't for sale. They got very angry, very agitated that we would not sell them a chicken, started demanding the chicken. It took my husband to run them off for them to leave.
Okay, and how long were they sitting out here on your property demanding that you give them a chicken?
Probably about 15 to 20 minutes.
And then your husband had to come out?
In a thunderstorm. Yes. There's a carry out down here, and they...
I hope the husband came out with a gun. Get off my property. This is America. Would have done that.
They live up this way, so they were walking down the street, dipped under the fence, chasing my little duckies here, and I found them.
She retarded or am I? Is she retarded or am I? I don't see a fucking duck. Are those ducks, dude? Is that a special kind of duck? Is that a geese, a goose, a gander? What the fuck? I see one duck maybe. But why'd she say duckies?
Yelled at them, screamed at them. They left.
So they were chasing your ducks
They were
on your
chasing
property
our ducks on the property
in broad daylight.
in broad daylight.
And then they came back.
I don't think they were.
Who's putting a bad name on Haitians, dog? Isn't it weird? We're like a lot of liberals. I think it was in Haiti. Where is it? I think it was in Haiti. It's called Haiti, but I'm going to call it Haiti. I think it was in Haiti where they had like that uprising, and then they had that general who was a cannibal, and he started eating other people. Look, folks, they come from a place where if you rise in power, they eat you. So like, and the shit's so fucked up over in Haiti. Why are we surprised that they come over and they're not very acclimated to Burger King, to drive-thrus, to chicken nuggets 20 for $5? They don't know about that yet.
We're after the horses, so.
Then they came back, tried to rent a chicken.
It was a different incident. The chicken was one incident. The ducks were another.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you had any other weird experiences out here?
We don't shop at Walmart because they literally will shove you around, especially me. I'm not a very big woman. They like to just kind of push me around. They'll eat chips in the aisleway, sit them down, keep walking.
Thank God. You know, that's the one thing Haitians are good at. We need to fucking collapse Walmart as soon as possible. You got to do that like they did Target. You got to flood them. It's weird how white people are so fucking docile these days. They just go through a supermarket like some goddamn livestock. They put all their shit in their cart, and then they do as they're told. They check out, they pay for it. But you bring in some new hires, some diversity hires into your country, and they come in and they just start eating in the place and pushing people around. I like that. Fuck that Walmart. I hope that Walmart burns to the ground as a corporation, not in any physical reality. But damn, like, let's just get rid of Walmarts first and foremost.
They just don't conduct themselves in a civil manner.
Oh, they're not civilized. That's racist. We got barbarians and savages coming to Springfield. First of all, dude, move. Get the fuck out of there. Move to Idaho, move to Utah, move to some white enclave. That's what I'm telling this chick to do. There's still white people in Utah, and we're still well behaved at our Walmarts, at our Targets, at our superstores. Move here. And we got the good immigrants. We got the good ones. We got the Mexicans. Okay. And we actually have like Mexican supermarkets here. So the Mexicans go to their own supermarket. I almost thought about going there one time, but then I realized like that's weird. But I heard they got like good deals, that like everything's cheaper there. And I still haven't gone to the Mexican supermarket. I'm like still twisted up about that. But I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun to go see what it looks like, experience that cultural enrichment in my own neighborhood. A lot of people just think everything's fine in Utah. In fact, when I was in fourth grade, I was one of 4, maybe 5 white kids in a class of 25. Everybody else was Mexican. We had one black student. But I didn't grow up going to charter schools, private schools. I went to the worst school in my district. I always wondered why it was the worst school. Well, there's no white people there. Lots of white teachers, but no white students, unfortunately. For me, got bullied, picked on, but I did learn some Spanish, and I did learn how to play soccer eventually, which was nice. It was nice to learn how to play soccer and say, "Pamele ball, pinche pijote." What else did they say? They said stuff like that.
Well, and you said you were from Louisiana and you have a lot of experience with, the Haitian population and things like that. But what do you think their intention was, if you can speak on it, of them coming and trying to rent a duck in the middle of the night?
I can tell you that there are some ritualistic practices that are involving poultry. It's not usually a spoken thing. It's a voodoo thing, or I'm not sure exactly what they call it down there, but they do use animals as ritual sacrifice.
Look at that. Is that a kid in the back window? Creepy as fuck. Kids are so weird, just like staring out the window like, what the fuck's going on?
Or in different different ways. So, as soon as they said it was a traditional thing, I was like, yeah, you're not getting my chicken. These are our pets. They're not farm animals. They're our pets.
Get a new pet. Get a new pet. That's crazy.
They're my husband's pets, and they're beloved pets. So we're not letting anybody take them, more or less someone that is going to bring it back the next day. Yeah, no.
No. Your first mistake was getting a flock of ducks as a pet. That shit's crazy. Blah, blah, blah. I do say whatever I want, but sometimes I just want to really say whatever I want. How about this video, dude? Man or woman? And would you let if you had a child, would you let this person be their teacher?
The first day I had 25 students. By day 2, I had 19 because 6 parents switched out of the class because they saw me and they were like, there's no freaking way, before I even got a word in. Do I think that it is okay for a parent to see me and go, not around my kid? No, I don't think that's okay.
Whoa. Insane. Isn't that the craziest shit you've ever heard? You take your kid to school, and when you take your kid to school and you look at the teacher's like, not around my kid. This teacher's like, no, they're mine. Bring them here. You have no choice. That's the craziest thing I've ever fucking heard. A gay man dressing like a woman telling me I can't put my kid in the classroom I want to put my kid in. What? Wait, let's hear that back.
Okay for a parent to see me and go, not around my kid. No, I don't think that's okay. I feel like that's really crossing the line.
It's still the right of the parent to make that decision as to whether or not they want their child to learn from you.
Okay.
Like, it's still that parent's right. Like, you can disagree with their motivations, their motives, their ideas,
Would you say
but it's still their child.
Glad somebody with a rational mind spoke up. That's crazy to me. That crosses the line. I should indoctrinate your child. And when your kid asks if I'm a man or a woman, I'm going to say, well, that's complicated. That's complicated. I'm a they, them. Dude, we live in a sick world, but I love it, dude. I love the sickness, dude. To me, nothing's better. This was a funny clip, I thought. I mean, it's kind of lame, but kind of whatever. Here we got.
Because this started, and I love this story, as a young prostitute. Kamala Harris talked about going.
As he said, as a young prostitute. That's called a Freudian slip, folks. Let's hear it back one more time.
Because this started, and I love this story, as a young prostitute.
As a young prostitute. Man, he can't even, Joe Biden was bad. And Freudian slips are one thing, but when you're just coming out and saying that you're a prostitute, he's probably been thinking the whole time, like, how much do I got to pull out of my savings to fuck the next president? Does she still take cash? Can the VP get it in? God, that's crazy, right? Young prostitute, man. Ooh-wee.